The Bold and the Beautiful next 2 weeks. Hope's double shocker. Liam's promise to Steffy. Luna raises the stakes. The Bold and the Beautiful, BNB. Spoilers for the next 2 weeks, April 21st to May 2nd. Reveal that Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, will make a promise to Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood. Hope Logan, Annika Noel, will also suspect trouble, and Luna Nozoa Lisa Yamada will raise the stakes in her plot to get a new boyfriend. During the week of April 21st to 25th, Liam will face a blow that he doesn't see coming. When Liam checked himself out of the hospital against medical advice, he assumed he was on the mend. Liam just assured Kelly Spencer, Sophia Parras, that he wasn't going anywhere, so he plans to always be there for her. Unfortunately, Liam has an inoperable mass on his brain, so Steffy will want Dr. John Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, to tell her more now that he's texted that shocker. This is the kind of thing that requires a face-to-face conversation. So Finn will join Steffy on the Cliff House sofa and share more about Liam's scans. Steffy will think Liam should hear this terminal news from her, so she'll catch Liam off guard when she reveals his brain mass in private. Liam will feel like there must be some mistake, but Steffy will insist Finn, Dr. Grace Buckingham, Cassandra Creech, and Dr. Bridget Forrester, Ashley Jones, have all confirmed he's facing a grim outcome. Even so, Liam will make a bold rejection of his prognosis. That won't work for Liam when he wants to stay alive to watch Kelly and Beth Spencer, Jordan Grace, grow up. It sounds like Liam will promise Steffy that he's going to do everything he can to beat this. Liam may argue that regardless of what the doctors say, dying and leaving his girls without their father just isn't an option. Of course, it won't be all doom and gloom on the CBS soap. There'll be a Forrester Creations fashion show to offset the sad drama that Liam's up against. This event will bring some VIPs like Spencer Pratt, Heidi Montag, Markel Washington, and Christine Blair, Laura Lee Bell. Christine will turn this into a BNB crossover with the young and the restless, so it'll be great to see her mixing it up with the Forresters. Eric Forrester, John McCook, will make a prediction about the magical night ahead, but it won't be so magical for Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, and Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig. That's because Taylor will apparently lock them up together through a little backstage accident. Brooke will really let Taylor have it once they're trapped while the fashion show's in progress. During the week of April 28th to May 2nd, Liam will have to make some decisions about whether he'll reveal his inoperable brain mass. Since Liam won't want to give up on his fight to survive or burden his loved ones, he may insist on keeping things under wraps, at least for now. However, Hope may suspect something's going on and notice that Liam seems awfully close to Steffy these days. Will Hope ultimately confront Liam and pry the truth out of him? As for Luna, she'll step up her game when it comes to making Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, her man. That'll mean more strategy sessions with Sheila Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, and more chances for them to get caught together. Hope might suspect trouble when it comes to Sheila and Luna, too. It's easy to imagine Hope witnessing a moment of forbidden bonding between Luna and Sheila, so she might realize Sheila lied to Deacon Sharp, Sean Cannon. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Hope could get updates on some unsettling developments, so stay tuned to the CBS soap. Today is a dark day for fans of The Bold and the Beautiful. In a series of heart-wrenching developments that have left the Logan and Forrester families in tatters, the sad news isn't just one event. It's a triple threat of emotional destruction. From Hope's shattered professional dreams to a betrayal from Liam that feels like the ultimate knife in the back, the landscape of Los Angeles has been irrevocably changed. Here is the full breakdown of today's devastating triple shocker. Hope's career crisis, Liam's secret vow to Steffy, and Luna's terrifying new endgame. Hope's double shocker, a career and a heart in ruins. For months, Hope Logan has been the pillar of resilience at Forrester Creations. But today, the ceiling finally caved in. The double shocker began when Steffy Forrester officially stripped Hope of her creative control over the Hope for the Future, HFTF line. While Hope expected some pushback following the recent sales slump, She never anticipated the ruthlessness of Steffy's move. Not only was Hope told she no longer has final say on designs, but she was hit with the second half of the shocker, the mandatory rehiring of Thomas Forrester. For Hope, this isn't just a business decision. It's a psychological haunting. Being forced to work side by side with Thomas, the man who has both inspired and nearly destroyed her, under Steffy's strict supervision, feels like a prison sentence. The sad news here is the visible breaking of Hope's spirit. As she stood in the design office today, looking at the sketches of her life's work being handled by the man she's trying to move on from, fans watched a once bold woman reduced to tears of pure frustration. Liam's promise to Steffy the ultimate betrayal? Just when we thought the Steam versus Lope drama might be cooling off, Liam Spencer has reignited the fire in the most painful way possible. In a private, emotionally charged moment at the Cliff House, Liam made a solemn promise to Steffy that has sent shockwaves through the fandom. Seeing Steffy overwhelmed by the chaos of Finn's family, specifically the looming threat of Sheila and the trauma caused by Luna, Liam stepped in. He didn't just offer a shoulder to cry on, he promised Steffy that he would be her constant and that he would never let her face the darkness of the Finnegan/Sharp drama alone again. This promise is a devastating blow to Hope, who is currently struggling to keep her own life together. Liam's vow to put Steffy's peace of mind above all else signals a massive shift in his priorities. To many viewers, this feels like Liam is finally admitting that his heart belongs at the Cliff House, leaving Hope to navigate her double shocker completely isolated. Luna raises the stakes, a mother's legacy of chaos. If the romantic and professional drama wasn't enough, the very sad news extends to the chilling evolution of Luna Nozoa. While many hoped Luna would find a path to redemption after the heartbreak involving RJ and the truth about her parentage, she has instead chosen a much darker route. Today, Luna raised the stakes by issuing an ultimatum that threatens to destroy the remaining peace in the Spencer and Forrester homes. Luna is no longer playing the victim. She has leaned into the bad seed narrative that many feared. "I'm not the girl who waits for permission anymore," Luna hissed in a standout scene today. "If I can't have the life I was promised, I'll make sure no one else enjoys theirs." By leveraging secrets she's uncovered about Bill's past and Steffy's current vulnerabilities, Luna has positioned herself as the new Queen of Chaos. The sadness for fans lies in seeing such a bright character turn so cold, effectively ending the innocent era of the younger generation. Why this news is very sad for longtime viewers. The reason today's episode feels particularly heavy is the sense of loss of agency for the show's Los Angeles has turned heavy, and for fans of the bold and the beautiful, today's developments feel like a slow, heartbreaking unraveling. What should have been a moment of clarity for Hope Logan instead explodes into a double shocker, one that cuts straight through her heart and threatens to permanently alter the fragile balance between Hope, Liam, and Steffy. And just when it seems like the emotional damage couldn't go any deeper, Luna steps into the chaos and raises the stakes in ways no one saw coming. This isn't just another love triangle twist. This is the kind of story turn that leaves scars on the characters and on the audience watching it all fall apart. Hope Logan's world starts to crack. Hope Logan has always believed in love as a choice, something you fight for, nurture, and protect, even when the odds are stacked against you. After years of heartbreak, betrayal, and impossible decisions, Hope has tried to rebuild herself from the ground up. She's focused on independence, motherhood, and rediscovering her own voice outside of the men who have so often defined her storyline. But today's very sad news changes everything. Hope is blindsided by not one, but two devastating revelations, each one hitting like a tidal wave. The first is deeply personal. The second may change the future of her family forever. For Hope, this isn't just about romance. It's about trust, history, and the painful realization that the past may never truly stay buried. Liam's promise to Steffy, a betrayal or a lifeline. At the center of the storm is Liam Spencer, and a promise he makes behind closed doors to Steffy Forrester. That promise? To always be there for her, to put their family first, and, most painfully of all, to never abandon her again. On the surface, it sounds noble. Steffi has endured more than her fair share of trauma, loss, and instability. She's a mother trying to protect her children, and a woman who has repeatedly been left picking up the pieces when Liam wavers. But for Hope, this promise feels like a knife to the heart. Because Liam didn't just reassure Steffi as a co-parent. He crossed an emotional line, one that suggests his bond with Steffi may still eclipse everything else, including any future he claimed to want with Hope. When Hope learns the truth, the realization is devastating. No matter how much time passes, Liam's heart may always be divided, and she may never truly come first. The painful echo of the past. For longtime viewers, this moment is hauntingly familiar. Hope has been here before. She's lived through Liam's indecision, his pull toward Steffi, and the constant tug-of-war that has defined all their lives. Each time, Hope told herself it would be different. Each time, she believed that love, real love, would eventually win. But Liam's promise to Steffi feels different this time. It's not impulsive. It's not a moment of weakness. It's intentional, and that's what makes it so heartbreaking. Hope isn't just hurt. She's humiliated by the realization that while she's been trying to move forward, Liam has been quietly reinforcing the emotional bridge that always leads him back to Steffi. Steffi's complicated victory. For Steffi, this moment is both empowering and tragic. She didn't ask for Liam's promise out of manipulation or selfish desire. She asked for stability, for reassurance that her children won't be left in emotional limbo again. In her mind, this isn't about romance, it's about survival. Yet, even Steffi seems to understand the weight of what Liam is offering. She knows Hope will be hurt. She knows this promise changes the dynamics forever. And despite her strength, there's a sadness in Steffi's eyes that suggests she realizes this victory comes at a terrible cost. Once again, Steffi finds herself standing at the center of a storm she didn't fully create, but one she can't escape. Hope's second shocker, Luna raises the stakes. Just when Hope is trying to process Liam's betrayal, a second shocker hits, and it comes from an unexpected direction. Luna. Once seen as a quieter presence, Luna is no longer content to stay on the sidelines. She sees the cracks forming, the emotional chaos rippling through the Spencer, Logan, Forrester triangle, and she makes a bold, dangerous move that raises the stakes for everyone involved. Luna doesn't just observe the fallout, she uses it. Whether driven by ambition, insecurity, or a desire to finally be seen, Luna steps into the power vacuum with a strategy that threatens to expose secrets, force confrontations, and push Hope into an emotional corner she may not be able to escape. For Hope, Luna's involvement feels like salt in an open wound. The pain from Liam's promise hasn't even begun to heal, and now someone else is actively shaking the foundation beneath her feet. A dangerous game of timing. What makes Luna's move so devastating is the timing. Hope is vulnerable. Her defenses are down. She's questioning her worth, her instincts, and her future. Luna knows this, and whether intentionally or not, she exploits it. The result is a perfect storm of emotional pressure that leaves Hope feeling isolated and outnumbered. For perhaps the first time, Hope begins to wonder if staying in Los Angeles, staying in this endless cycle of heartbreak, is even worth it anymore. And that thought alone sends shockwaves through the canvas. Liam faces the consequences. As the truth spreads, Liam is forced to confront the consequences of his promise. What he saw as a necessary reassurance to Steffi is now tearing Hope apart, and even Steffi seems uneasy about the damage left in its wake. Liam insists he never meant to hurt Hope, but his words ring hollow, because intent doesn't erase impact. For the first time, Liam may be facing a reality where Hope doesn't wait for him to figure things out, where she doesn't fight to be chosen, where she simply walks away, and that possibility terrifies him. Hope at a crossroads. Hope's double shocker forces her into a defining moment. Does she confront Liam and demand honesty? risking another round of emotional devastation? Does she turn inward and focus on rebuilding her life without him, fully and finally? Or does Luna's escalating presence push her toward a decision that no one expects? What's clear is that Hope is no longer willing to accept half measures. This isn't the hopeful girl who believed love would fix everything. This is a woman who has been hurt too many times, and who may finally be ready to choose herself, no matter how painful the process. The emotional fallout ahead. The aftermath of Liam's promise and Luna's bold move will ripple through the bold and the beautiful for weeks to come. Hope may retreat, or she may explode, confronting everyone who has taken her strength for granted. Liam risks losing the one person who truly believed in him, possibly forever. Steffy must face the reality that emotional security built on someone else's heartbreak comes with consequences. Luna could either emerge as a powerful new player or ignite a backlash she can't control. One thing is certain: nothing will ever be the same again. A very sad turning point. Today's very sad news marks a turning point in the story, a moment when love, loyalty, and ambition collide with devastating force. Hope's double shocker isn't just another twist, it's a reckoning. For fans, it's painful to watch. For the characters, it's life-altering. And as Luna raises the stakes higher and higher, the question isn't just who will end up with whom, but who will survive this emotional battlefield with their hearts on the bold and the beautiful has turned heartbreakingly heavy, and longtime viewers can feel it in their bones. What began as uneasy tension has now exploded into a chain reaction of emotional devastation, one that leaves Hope Logan reeling, Liam Spencer torn apart by guilt, and Steffy Forrester standing on fragile ground she never asked to occupy. And just when it seems the storm couldn't grow darker, Luna steps in and raises the stakes in a way no one saw coming. This isn't just another week of soap drama. This is the kind of sorrowful turning point that reshapes relationships forever. Hope Logan's world shatters, twice. Hope Logan has always been the heart of the show, the woman who believes love can conquer history, betrayal, and even destiny itself. But today's developments deliver a brutal double blow that leaves her questioning everything she thought she knew about her marriage, her future, and the man she trusted with her heart. The first shock hits when Hope senses that Liam has been emotionally drifting again. She's been here before, she knows the signs, the guarded looks, the heavy silences, the way Liam's thoughts seem permanently elsewhere. Hope tries to ignore the dread creeping into her chest, telling herself that they've survived worse. But this time, the truth is far more devastating than suspicion. The second shock is the one that truly breaks her. Hope learns that Liam has made a promise to Steffy, a promise he never shared with his wife. And in bold and the beautiful fashion, that promise isn't small, casual, or easily brushed aside. It's deeply emotional, loaded with meaning, and rooted in a shared past that Hope can never erase. For Hope, the realization cuts deep. She isn't just losing Liam's attention, she's losing his emotional loyalty. Liam Spencer's promise to Steffy changes everything. Liam Spencer has always lived at the center of one impossible love triangle, bouncing between Hope and Steffy like a man forever torn between two worlds. He swore those days were behind him. He promised Hope that the past was the past. But history has a cruel way of resurfacing. In a quiet, emotionally charged moment, Liam makes a promise to Steffy, one born from fear, regret, and unresolved love. Whether it's a vow to always be there for her, to protect their family unit, or to never abandon her when things get hard, the weight of his words lands like a thunderclap. For Steffy, the promise offers comfort during a vulnerable time. For Liam, it feels like doing the right thing. But for Hope, it feels like betrayal. The tragedy lies not only in what Liam promised, but in what he didn't do. He didn't tell Hope. He didn't include her. And by keeping it secret, he crossed a line that may never be uncrossed. Liam's intentions may not have been romantic, but in the bold and the beautiful, intentions rarely soften the damage. Steffy Forrester caught in the middle, again. Steffi never asked to be the reason Hope's heart breaks. Yet once again, she finds herself standing at the center of emotional chaos, torn between gratitude and guilt. On one hand, Steffi is deeply moved by Liam's promise. It reminds her of a time when she felt safe, chosen, and secure. It's impossible for those old feelings not to stir, especially when she's facing uncertainty and emotional vulnerability of her own. On the other hand, Steffi knows exactly what this will do to Hope. She's lived this cycle. She's felt the pain of being on the outside, watching Liam choose someone else while promising her the world. And now, painfully, the roles feel reversed in a way that leaves everyone wounded. Steffi is no villain here, but her silence, her acceptance of Liam's promise, may cost more than she realizes. Because Hope won't see compassion. She'll see history repeating itself. Hope confronts the unthinkable. When the truth finally comes out, and it always does, Hope is blindsided by the depth of Liam's emotional involvement with Steffi. This isn't just about co-parenting or friendship. It's about promises whispered in moments of intimacy. The look on Hope's face says everything. Disbelief, heartbreak, anger, and beneath it all, a devastating sadness that words can't touch. For Hope, this feels like proof that she has always been second place in Liam's heart, even when she was his wife. The promise to Steffi becomes symbolic of something far more painful. The idea that Liam will always run back to Steffi when things get complicated. And this time, Hope may not forgive him. Luna raises the stakes and the tension explodes. Just when emotions are already at a breaking point, Luna enters the picture and changes the entire game. Luna has been quietly watching everything unfold, absorbing secrets, emotional shifts, and unspoken truths. And now she's ready to act. Whether driven by loyalty, desperation, or her own hidden agenda, Luna decides it's time to raise the stakes. She brings information into the open, or manipulates the timing of revelations in a way that intensifies the fallout. Her actions ensure that nothing can be swept under the rug. Hope learns more than Liam ever intended her to know. Steffi is forced to confront the consequences of accepting Liam's promise. And Liam realizes, far too late, that his attempt to protect everyone has only destroyed what he was trying to save. Luna's involvement turns quiet heartbreak into full-blown emotional devastation. A marriage on the brink. The question now haunting fans is heartbreaking and unavoidable. Is this the end for Hope and Liam? Hope has forgiven Liam before. She has swallowed her pain, believing that love was worth the risk. But this time feels different. The betrayal isn't physical, it's emotional. And in many ways, that hurts even more. Trust has been shattered. Hope begins to question whether Liam is capable of choosing her fully and completely, or if Steffi will always hold a piece of his heart that no one else can reach. As Hope pulls away, the sadness deepens. The woman who once believed in happily ever after now wonders if that dream was ever real. Liam faces the cost of his choices. Liam is finally forced to confront the consequences of trying to please everyone. His promise to Steffi, meant to provide comfort, may cost him the woman he vowed to stand beside. The guilt consumes him. He didn't mean to hurt Hope, but intentions don't erase pain. And as he watches Hope emotionally shut down, Liam realizes that love isn't just about being there in moments of crisis. It's about transparency, honesty, and choosing your partner, even when it's hard. Now Liam may be too late. Steffi's painful realization. For Steffi, the sadness cuts differently. She didn't ask Liam to promise her anything. Yet his words have placed her in an impossible position once again. She begins to see that Liam's emotional confusion doesn't just hurt Hope, it hurts everyone around him. Steffi is left wondering if accepting his promise was a mistake that will haunt her forever. A dark, emotional turning point. Today's very sad news marks a powerful turning point for the bold and the beautiful. Hope's double shocker, Liam's devastating promise, and Luna's high-stakes move have set off a chain reaction that cannot be undone. Relationships are fractured. Hearts are broken. and the future has never felt more uncertain. As viewers brace for what comes next, one truth is painfully clear. Love on the bold and the beautiful has once again come at a heartbreaking cost.